She is the high-profile face of the prosecution against former President Trump in the Georgia election interference case.
Fani, F-A-N-I, last name is Willis.
But late today, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis herself took the witness stand.
And I've been very anxious to have this conversation with you today, so I ran to the courtroom.
In an often contentious back and forth,
it is a lie. It is a lie.
Willis was pressed about details of her personal relationship with Nathan Wade, who she hired as special prosecutor on the Trump case.
You and Mr. Wade met in October 2019 at a conference?
That is correct. And I think in one of your motions you tried to implicate I slept with him at that conference, which I find to be extremely offensive.
Willis's testimony was a shocking twist in a fiery evidentiary hearing that focused on allegations that Willis financially benefited from her personal relationship with Wade in the form of romantic getaways. Allegations first made by Trump co-defendant Michael Roman and his attorney Ashley Merchant in an effort to get Willis removed as prosecutor, a move that would throw the entire Georgia case against Mr. Trump into question.
You think I'm on trial? These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
At issue, who paid for vacations the two took together? Wade and Willis both testified they split costs evenly, or she reimbursed him.
You never wrote him a check?
Ma'am, I don't have checks.
When pressed for evidence, Willis said she used cash.
For many, many years, I have kept money in my house. I don't need anything from a man. A man is not a plan. A man is a companion. And so there was tension always in our relationship, which is why I would give him his money back. I don't need anybody to foot my bills.
Both Wade and Willis have acknowledged a personal relationship. The question, when it began, before or after she hired him on the Trump case in November of 2021. Today, a longtime friend of Willis and former employee testified that relationship started well before then.
You have no doubt that their romantic relationship was in effect from 2019 until the last time you spoke with her?
No doubt.
And later, when pressed by Trump attorney Steve Sadow,
did you observe them do things that are common among people having a romantic relationship?
Yes.
Such as, can you give us an example?
Hugging, kissing, with affection.
All before November 1st of 2021, correct?
Yes.
But Willis took exception.
I certainly do not consider her a friend now. I think that she, there's a saying, no good deed goes unpunished, and I think that she betrayed our friendship.
Willis says she and Wade started dating in early 2022 after she hired him. It's the same timeline he swore to in an affidavit and testified to today.
Let's be clear. 2022 was the start of any intimate sexual relationship with the district attorney.
And Blayne is outside the courthouse in Atlanta. Blayne, when do we expect a ruling on if Willis will be removed from the election interference case?
Well, Lester, we do not expect it to come this week. This hearing is set to go into tomorrow and possibly early next week. Now, we do know the judge is not going to rule from the bench. Instead, he's going to go back, consider the evidence, and issue a written ruling in the days to come. Lester.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.